Hello and welcome to India Vaccine Leader Conclave, a two-day mega event wherein researchers, scientists, academicians, vaccinologists, healthcare professionals, government representatives and industry delegates share their knowledge on the field's most recent groundbreaking advancements and discoveries. On this episode, we bring you an exclusive event highlight. On the first day of the event, we bring you an opening address by Pradeep Sippy, Project Director of BLUETECH Media.
Welcome to the inaugural edition of India Vaccines Leaders Conclave. I would like to thank all our partners, advisory members, our speakers, and our delegates. Today, at the India Vaccines Leaders Conclave, we are gathered here to discuss about the best practices in vaccines, what is happening in the industry and the current trends. We hope that you find today's sessions to be most illuminating and better prepared to face the challenges of the present and tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Next, we have a keynote address by Sanjeev Navangul, MD of Bharat Serum and Vaccines.
There are three parts to the whole vaccine story today. There is technology, there is diseases, and there is equality. And we need to manage all three. I have gone through several years of understanding vaccines and realized that it used to take numerous number of years to get a vaccine to the market. But the new platforms are delivering a much better standard for regulators to evaluate and understand that vaccines can be brought to the market much earlier than before. So it has had a much bigger impact on the global stage, and I think this is a very, very big plus of technology. The second is about diseases, and we have all struggled with a lot of diseases. Vaccines have managed a lot of diseases, but there is a lot to cover. And the best way to deal with is vaccines. So there is also this ability now that vaccines can be literally researched by smaller places, much lesser investment, and much better technology in a much faster way. The last important point was on equality. Like what happened during COVID and what we fought. Realize that we were fortunate. We must thank the whole system that got created in the last, let's say, 3-4 decades in India to manufacture vaccines. We were a lucky country. Fortunately, this time, we not only raised our capacities, but we also raised our capabilities as a country. And therefore, there was a dramatic change in the way India has tackled this. Thank you very much.
Moving on, we bring you a power-packed panel discussion on Indian vaccine industry, present and futuristic approach.
What is the current and future state of vaccine industry? And I think I should start with Ashish.
As we all are aware that with time, over 20 years of my experience at Serum, we have seen a lot of changes in the vaccine industry in terms of growth, in terms of volumes, in terms of number of vaccines which we produce. Obviously, there is one thing which is lacking. We have to be a critic at various stages. The Indian science has not grown as much as the volumes have grown. There has been a sea change, no doubt about it, but rather than the industries doing basic research, the government institutions should provide basic research, basic seeds, like which happened during the pandemic with one of the industries, and mass production being done by the companies.
Okay. Dr. Bukle, I mean, if you can focus a little bit on future, that what do you think the industry is going?
You can't clap with a single hand. When I come to the industry organized meeting, I see bashing of the academics. When I go attend academic organized meeting, they bash industry. If we want to clap, we have to clap with both the hands. So, group of scientists have created Translational Research Society of India. The purpose is where academics and those who are interested in translation research can meet and discuss. If everything goes well, this year, Immunological Society will have an oration for people who have contributed for vaccine development in India. So my message to all sitting here is, we have to reach out to them and they have to reach out to us. My job is to look at all these opportunities in India and translate them into product. Okay, that's what we are doing. at Cadillac. So if we have to go ahead of the curve, we have to be in innovative vaccines. And I'm sure with whatever is happening in the Western world, we have an edge over them if we pool our resources and efforts in the right direction.
The rising incidence of diabetes globally is driving an increased demand for insulin. 77 million people in India are diabetics, and it will be the double at year 2045. Insulin is very expensive to produce, so this has put very high pressure on biopharmaceutical companies in India to reduce manufacturing costs. We are a Swedish-based nanotech company, and we've been focusing on nanopore silica for almost 20 years. Our mission is to make insulin cheaper and more affordable by introducing cost-effective production processes. We have recently launched a new generation silica-based peptide chromatography material called NLab Saga, which is specifically developed for industrial scale purification of peptides such as insulin. So our aim and our goal is really to create strong partnerships with insulin manufacturers, and we are convinced that by doing that we can significantly reduce manufacturing costs and thus making both insulin and other diabetes drugs more readily available, and together we can save lives. Today here at the Vaccine Leaders Conclave meeting, it's been great for us, and it's been a very interactive day with a lot of superb presentations.
We are one of the largest manufacturers of single-use bioreactor for adherent cell culture. We also have a portfolio of suspension cell culture, but our proprietary technology of dynamic bed reactor is in our adherent cell culture system called CellBRX, and we have more than 70 installations worldwide, and we have found great success within the Indian vaccine manufacturing industry. And in this conference, our main agenda to attend was to touch base with these current and future partners of our technology, and we have found great success in that. People have come by our booth, which was a great experience, and in the various sessions led by industry professionals and from government professionals have been fantastic. So all in all, this was a great work put together by the advisory committee and the BLUETECH team, and I think it was a rich experience both for people from industry, from supporters of this industry, and from academic. I did see folks coming in from different universities in and around.
I'm very happy to be here today at the event on vaccines being organized by the BLUETECH media. And I think it's time that the industry re-energizes and meets to discuss subjects of vaccines, because India has been a capital for vaccine distribution as well as vaccine manufacturing. And I think it's an important topic that has brought all the industry stakeholders together today. And it is good to see today that at this event the participation from majority of the stakeholders has been there. And we are happy to partner with them in this event as an associate partner. So for us all to understand today, supply chain is a big subject topic today. Especially during the pandemic, we've noticed that what has driven the world today is nothing but supply chain and logistics. So one piece of advice is learning is very important, but putting learning into practice is another very important aspect of it. Two is start young, age is just a number. So I think we have a great opportunity in that sense to do many things in the logistics industry. And India is a great place to create the best-in-class logistic solutions.
We will now begin the Exemplars of Excellence Biopharma Edition 2022, brought to you by BLUETECH Media. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Ashish Chauhan, Director BLUETECH Media, who will give us his inaugural address to the wonderful audience present here.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the inaugural edition of Exemplars of Excellence Biopharma Edition, where we analyze the state of the industry, look to the future, and laud the achievements of the trailblazers showing the way for us all. We have gathered here to salute their can-do spirit and spotlight their successes at the inaugural Biopharma edition of Exemplars of Excellence. We salute their spirit and applaud their achievements. We hope they serve to inspire others too, to set new benchmarks of excellence. I would also like to thank our jury members for sharing with us their time and collective wisdom. And of course, our thanks and appreciation goes out to our audience for being here with us today. Thank you very much.
The first category is Biopharma Company of the Year, Serum Institute of India. I would request Dr. Ashish Sahai from Serum Institute of India to receive the award. Congratulations, sir. The next category is Biopharma Leader of the Year, Dr. Sanjay Singh, Genova Biopharmaceuticals Limited. I request Dr. Arjun Raghuvanshi to accept the award on his behalf. Our next category is Excellence in Life Sciences Outcomes. The winner goes to Nanologica AB. I'd like to invite Katerina Alanas from Nanologica to accept the award. Our next category, Excellence in R&D. Bharat Serums and Vaccines Limited. Our next category is Excellence in Biopharma Leadership. And the winner is Dr. Rajendra Burki, Biological E Limited. Our next category is Inspiring Health Entrepreneur Award. And the winner goes to Karishma Kemani, Heuristics Pharma Perceptions Private Limited. Our next category is Excellence in Biopharma Leadership. And the award goes to Pradeep Nagalkar, Hafkin Biopharmaceutical Corporation Limited. Our next category is Exemplary COVID-19 Crisis Response. And the award goes to Al Gore Supply Chain Solutions Private Limited. Our next category is Excellence Award for Contribution to Health and Medical Technology. The winner is Avantor. And our next category is Trailblazer in Data and Insights Award, Life Sciences. And the award goes to Mr. Ranjit Barshikar. The next category is Pioneering Pharma Executive Award, and the winner goes to Manoj Chitnis, JB Pharma. Our next category is Robust Supply Chain Award, and the winner goes to SD Cargo Private Limited. Our next category is Inspiring Health Entrepreneur Award. The winner is Rajni Jha. The category is exemplary COVID-19 crisis response. The winner is Swan Analytical Instruments Private Limited. Our next category is Lifetime Achievement Award. And the award goes to Mr. Ashok Bhattacharya.
Aventor is the world's leading company, and we provide a lot of solutions for pharma, biopharma, healthcare and research companies. Some of our solutions such as products such as GMP grade chemicals, we have a lot of pumps, the tubings, the single-use technologies that's basically been used widely into the vaccine manufacturing and production. And we have played some important roles during the COVID preventions and also during making of these vaccines. As Aventor goes, we have a mission that we set science in motion to create a better world. And yes, we are really proud that we are contributing our bit to this and doing something better for creating a better world for all of us. We have been awarded an award for the best contribution towards health and medical technologies, and really grateful to the BLUETECH media team for all their contributions.
We are a GDP certified compliant reefer logistic company operating with 160 plus reefer truck across India. We are having right from 8.5 feet reefer vehicle to 40 feet reefer containers. After 7 years of sheer hard work, dedication and teamwork, we recognized as exemplary COVID-19 crisis response logistic of the year. So we are grateful to BLUETECH Media for recognizing our effort in cold chain industry.
During COVID times when freighter operations started, we did our flexible operations, delivering the products on time, every time. And it was a challenging experience for all of us, basically. But we came out with true color. Post-COVID, things have eased out, the commercial flights have restarted, and we are able to do our services back to normal as required by the different customers and their requirements, basically. So this is what I can say in short as far as it's really a privilege and honor to get this kind of prestigious award. It will be a booster dose for all of our employees who are working with us day in, day out. Extra motivation to get into 110%. Also, which is aligning to our philosophy of service matter, result counts.
Welcome back. The second day of the event kick-started with a keynote address by Dr. Shubhra Ranjan Chakrabarti, Director Operations, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, BIRAC.
Just wanted to let you know from Department of Biotechnology or BIRAC what are the things that has already been done and how we can build onto this as we move forward. I think everybody knows what BIRAC is. So it's a not-for-profit company under Department of Biotechnology, and it was set up in 2012. So it's basically supports startups, entrepreneurs, SMEs and large companies for high-risk innovations to develop innovative, affordable products to address unmet needs. So basically it started with a vision that we create an ecosystem so that people can nurture innovation and we can have more entrepreneurs in the biotech regime. So thank you very much for inviting us.
Moving on, we bring you a panel discussion on addressing vaccine preparedness for emerging and re-emerging diseases.
The emerging and re-emerging diseases, this is a very big need in terms of our preparedness for future.
How do we better develop the global network for clinical trial sites?
There are different kinds of clinical trials. One especially which I would like to talk about is CHIM, the Controlled Human Infection Models. This is a highly specialized or human challenge study, that is, as it is colloquially known. UK, US, they do have very well established human challenge study setups. So we should have networks like this established across the globe and accessible to everybody. So it's extremely important that we do have a clinical trial network and clinical trial sites which are ready with clinical capabilities to cater to the needs.
The interest of time, you want to add?
Yeah, just few lines. So when we talk about these diseases which is emerging are the priority diseases, the problem with the diseases always happening in the countries where they don't have infrastructure to store the virus or clinical samples. So those samples mostly goes in those laboratories where they have a biocontainment facility. So now even CEPI and WHO is coming with working together, like you share the panels, SIRA, and so if we don't do that, we cannot make those rare disease vaccine or products which may require tomorrow as a pandemic or outbreak. So this is one. Second, I seen in the pattern in the USA, they have biorepository of 100 years back. And during the pandemic, they could go back to those SIRA and they can say, okay, what was the response with this virus and that virus? So in India, when we are storing those SIRAs, panels, so a portion of the sample has to be dedicatedly stored for the future research.
In our last session, we have a standalone presentation by Dr. Upendra Jani, consultant microbiologist, Hester Bioscience Limited, on connecting human and veterinary vaccine development, looking from One Health perspective.
One Health, the foundation is communication, coordination and collaboration. So this approach can prevent the outbreaks of zoonotic diseases in the animal and people. They improve the food safety and security, reduce antibiotic resistance infections, and improve human and animal health, and thereby protecting the global health security. You have to have the reactive approach to vaccine production grounded in a market-based logic, de-emphasizes the long-term readiness and preparation needed for the efficient and equitable deployment of a vaccine in a pandemic. So by embracing technology innovation and taking incremental steps and calculated risk, the vaccine industry will be well prepared for the future. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank BLUETECH Media for giving us these opportunities, creating these opportunities for not only manufacturer, also solution provider, because everybody are looking forward to have aligned digital roadmap for the overall automation in the IT sectors. So earlier it was automation, but the new aspect is how you are going to end-to-end digitalize and make paperless solution in your quality manufacturing area. I would also like to thank BLUETECH Media for bringing varieties of knowledgeable speakers, delegates, panelists, and we got to connect with multiple delegates having very nice and good exposure in biotech, biosimilars, biologics, vaccines manufacturing area.
We are glad to be a recipient of the Exemplary Award for response in COVID-19 crisis, and I would really like to thank the BLUETECH Media team for creating a platform whereby they can recognize this kind of services that was being provided during the crisis time in the COVID-19 situation, where the world never knew what is going to happen, and it's really appreciable for recognizing this kind of services being provided. Thank you.
We have received a very good response for BLUETECH Media Presents India Vaccine Leaders Conclave, and I would like to thank all our advisory board members, without whom we would not be able to craft and draft such a wonderful agenda. Also, I would like to thank all our speakers, all our partners and delegates, without which this would have been possible. And BLUETECH Media looks forward to come up with many more such events in coming future. So thanks a lot and kudos to my team. Thank you.